The last bull run turned everyday investors into millionaires overnight, but 95% of people missed out, or worse, lost money. This video will make sure that that doesn't happen to you. What's up? It's Ron. In this video, I'm breaking down exactly how to win big in crypto this coming bull run, potentially life-changing money. Now, I know what you're thinking with all this market volatility that we're seeing right now. Are we even getting a bull run? Well, we'll definitely get into that, but more importantly, this video is about a clear strategy on how we plan to capitalize on what's coming. Before we dive in, hitting the like button helps support, put this video and pushes it in front of others looking for this exact information. So I appreciate you and I hope you get immense value from this. Quick disclaimer, nothing on this video is financial advice. Always do your own research before investing your money anywhere. I also wanted to take a moment to highlight a couple comments from the community. So shout out at Sawyer Based. He said, mad underrated. Hey brother, could you put a list at the end of the video next time so I can research them? I think you mean a list of altcoins. I got you. I'll work on a video sharing the ones that I currently hold. I appreciate the support, man. And then at CrowJ5713, first sub and comment. He was my first subscriber and my first comment. So big shout out to you. Okay, look. The 2025 crypto bull run has the potential to be massive, but making millions is not about luck. It's about having the right strategy. Some of you might even think altcoin season is canceled, but I made an entire video explaining why I believe we'll see alt season later this year, possibly bleeding into 2026. So the best thing that we can do right now, regardless, is prepare for the moment. Most people buy when euphoria is at its peak and sell when fear is high. Instead, you want to do the opposite, buy fear, sell euphoria. Make sure to watch this video all the way through because step number 4 is where most millionaires are actually made. So stick around, you do not want to miss it. Last bull run, we saw coins 10x and some even 100x. So how do we set ourselves up for these types of gains? Well, the first thing we need to do is understand market cycles. Crypto moves in cycles, heavily influenced by the Bitcoin's halving. The last one happened in April of 2024. Historically, the bull run peaks around 12 to 18 months after a halving. If you look at the past halving cycles, you'll notice a clear pattern. 365 days before the halving, the market starts heating up. 12 to 18 months after, we see massive pumps. Right now, we're approaching the 1-year mark since the last halving. And a lot of investors are getting worried because we're not seeing the exact same pattern play out right now. But here's the thing, we might just be slightly off schedule. Just because the market isn't perfectly mirroring cycles in the past does not mean that we won't see altcoin season. Let's go ahead and jump into the Bitcoin dominance chart. I'm gonna zoom in here. Let me show you what's going on. So what I want to do first is I want to point out when these halvings have happened. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. So we had one here in May of 2020. So let's find May of 2020 right there. And then we had another one just not too long ago, about a year ago in April of 24. So these are where the halvings have taken place. Now what I want to do is I want to look at the time from when the halving happened and when we saw Bitcoin dominance drop. All right, so let's go ahead and measure that out. All right, so that's about 224 days. And then look at where we're currently at, 322 days. And right now, Bitcoin dominance is sitting around 61%. The first time we saw it fall, we saw a huge dip in Bitcoin dominance of like 70%. Right, then the next time it happened, we saw it go about 50%. And so I think this time we'll probably see somewhere around these support levels. And so essentially what I think is going to happen here is we're going to see once Bitcoin starts going down, we'll go ahead and see the alt start taking off. But right now there's just a little bit of panic selling and some FUD going on. And so we just want to make sure that we are not falling for this shakeout and that we look for opportunities to buy before the bull run begins. After you can understand the market cycle that you're currently in, you can invest accordingly. That brings us to step 2. Invest early in key narratives. Whether you have $1,000 or $10,000 to invest, it's important to spread your risk across different narratives instead of going all in on one coin. The way I structure my portfolio is like this: 30% right away in Bitcoin. No matter what, I always allocate at least 30% to Bitcoin. If you don't own Bitcoin, I don't know what to tell you. If you were only to buy one coin ever, it should be this. Pure digital gold, an absolute no-brainer for me. That leaves us with 70% to invest invest strategically. Here's where I'd look. Blue chips, long-term holds. These are top tier projects with strong fundamentals, liquidity's there, and adoption. Great for dollar cost averaging. You have ETH, XRP, BNB, Solana, Cardano. Then we have layer 1 and layer 2 solutions. These are scalability focused projects that power the blockchain. Again, ETH, Solana, Avalanche, Sui, Tron, Hedera. You may hear some overlap, which just makes that coin even stronger. Then we have AI and blockchain integration. This is the intersection of AI and crypto, which is a major emerging trend. You want to look at Near Protocol, BitTensor, ICP, Render. Then we have real world assets. That's bringing traditional finance on chain. So Chainlink and Ondo. Then we have DePIN, which is decentralized physical infrastructure. It's a growing sector focusing on real world infrastructure powered by blockchain. Helium, Render, BitTensor. Gaming and metaverse. One that I'm currently looking at now, I don't hold any, but Web3 gaming adoption, which is set to explode, that's something you can look at. And meme coins and community coins, these are high risk, but insane upside potential as you've seen, if you time it right. Pepe, Doge, Shiv, I personally only keep about 10% of my portfolio in these. By understanding these narratives, you can build a strong, well-balanced portfolio, maximizing your upside while managing risk. You will want to look at these and study these narratives and place bets on the ones that you think will go parabolic this bull run. So I break it down like this with all the narratives that we just went over. 50% in Bitcoin and blue chips. So 30% of that is in Bitcoin, 20% in blue chips. Then 25% in high upside altcoins. That's a blend between blue chips and narratives in DePIN, AI, and RWAs. Then I have 15% in risky mid and small caps with strong teams and narratives. And then 10% of that is in meme and DeFi degen plays, high risk, high reward. Step number 3. When it comes to investing in crypto, having a smart strategy is what separates winners from those who get wrecked. Here's what I'm doing. The goal is to make money, not get lucky, and so we must know the difference. After you've identified the altcoins that have a strong narrative, community, and utility, then you can implement these into strategies like dollar cost averaging. I don't try to time the market perfectly because honestly, nobody can. Instead, I buy a little bit at a time, whether the prices are up or down. This helps avoid buying the top and lowers my risk over time. I only DCA into Bitcoin and some other blue chips. That's it. The next one is huge. Take profit on the way up. One of my biggest mistakes that I made early on was holding on for too long, thinking that prices would keep going up forever. I tried to time the top thinking I had diamond hands and refused to sell until I hit my exact target. And I would sell only at that number and I would make millions. But guess what? That doesn't work. Now I set price targets and take profits at different points on the way up. No one ever went broke taking profits. And I might get a lot of hate of saying this, but I would also avoid leverage. I know it sounds tempting, doubling or tripling your potential gains, but also it increases the risk of getting wiped out. I've seen too many people lose everything because they were over leveraged. My advice, just don't use it. Slow and steady wins the game. The goal is to make money and keep it. Stick to a smart strategy. Step number 4. Prepare an exit strategy. Now we briefly touched on this, but I can't stress how important it is to set price targets so that you can exit at different stages. Do not try to time the top because you will get it wrong. You are essentially rebalancing your portfolio. If one of your altcoin pumps, say it does a 10x and suddenly it makes up 50% of your portfolio, you need to rebalance and lock in gains and reduce your risk. Once you take profits, you convert it into stable coins or back into Bitcoin. You want to be ready for a bear market re-entry after the peak. This is where crypto millionaires are made. Want to be one of them? Make sure you have a plan. Don't just hope for the best. Preparation meets opportunity. This is where you get rich and make life-changing money. It's by planning for it. While waiting for the next bull run, you keep learning, build cash, and watch for new emerging trends so that you can deploy your capital when the fear is high. Smart strategic bets, take profits, scale out. You can hold some moon bags in case it goes parabolic, but at this point, you've taken most of your chips off the table. You then park that into a stable coin and re-enter during the bear market. During the bear market, everything's on sale. Coins have dropped 70%, some even 90%. And I would then start to accumulate crypto that I think will withstand that bear market and that has strong fundamentals and utility behind it. And then when the next bull run hits, you will make life-changing money. And step 5. One of the easiest yet most overlooked steps in crypto investing is securing your assets. I can't stress this enough. Always store your crypto in a cold storage wallet like a ledger. Never, ever leave it sitting on an exchange. Maybe just the amount that you're looking to deploy immediately for buy opportunities, but 90% of your crypto holdings should not be on an exchange. Why? Exchanges can be hacked. Look what just happened to Bybit. 1.5 billion drained from a single attack. Not your keys, not your crypto. I know you've heard that before. If your coins are on an exchange, they are technically not yours. The exchange controls them. Cold storage equals maximum security. It keeps your assets offline, away from hackers and exchange failures. Do not get caught slipping. If you're serious about crypto in any way, get a cold storage wallet today. These 5 simple steps is what will help grow your portfolio into millions. I know you hear the stories about millionaires from meme coins. Well, 10% of your capital allocation is for that. And if it goes to 0, which most of the time it does, then you're still growing a healthy portfolio and still scratching that itch of being a degen. Comment your top 3 crypto picks for this bull run, and I'll reply to as many as I can. If you are still watching, you are the real MVP. Don't leave me hanging. Please like this video and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.